All right, if loving you is wrong, fans, first off, let's see if we get this video to get some numbers here. I want to make a bold prediction. I think this video, specifically after tonight's episode, I am recording this on April 21st, which is the morning, because it's 5:05 a.m. It's the morning of season 5, episode 4, Contraband, I believe is the title. So let's see. I'm going to predict, I want this video to hit 100, I want this video to hit 200 likes and 15,000 plus views. I want to be bold and say, hey, we're going to hit those numbers on this video. And you know what? I might as well do my plugs right now. If you are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out whenever I post new content to the channel. Also, links to all my various forms of social media, they're going to be in the description below. I did some editing on the list over the weekend to make it more organized. So at the top, you'll see like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, then the donation links like, hey, check out my eBay store, free shipping on everything. I have over almost 200 items right now, and I'm going to be listing more as the week goes on. You can make a donation to the channel either on Cash App. The little Cash App scan should pop up at some point towards the end of the video, or you can leave a donation via PayPal. There's a link there. Shout out to the patrons over on Patreon who support me, and you can do the same for as little as $2 a month for content over there that I don't post here on YouTube. And all that's to say, let's go ahead and jump into the topic of this video. I feel like every week I'm either going to be doing a video about the baby daddy situation with Alex or her split personalities, and I've already done videos on those, so make sure you check them out. The big question is, and this has been a question since the baby was born. I don't even remember what was the baby's name. I forgot what they named the baby. And I think Alex, I know Brad had that box of different vulgar names, but then I think the baby was definitely named since the baby was brought from the hospital. I've literally forgotten. Like, I had to do research to remember Peter and Paisley were the names of Alex and Brad's children. Allegedly, I'm assuming they're his, but the question people ask me every week is, Jeremy, what if Brad is the father? And yes, last season, I believe like Dr. Ratston and Alex, they had like a lengthy scene. I know Alex was in bed and she was like texting. This was one of those things where we had the text messages popping up on the screen, about, well, what if Brad has, African descent in his family or something like that. And that could explain the pigmentation and why the baby's a different color. Like, they really went in on all the theories us as fans talk about amongst ourselves. But let's say for simplicity's sake, yeah, I feel like this is especially what's going to go down in tonight's episode based off what Alex is just throwing her life away. The question is, what if Brad is the father? I don't think much changes. I really don't, because let's put it this way. Last season, before finalizing the divorce and whatnot, I think it was like in episode 1 of the season 4. I think it was when Eddie and Brad were talking at the hospital, or Brad and Dr. Ratston. I think it was a conversation, and he was basically saying like, you know what, I wasn't even against raising the baby. Me and Alex are raising the baby together. I would have been fine with that, but she just cannot stop lying. And then that was one of the big deciding factors of Brad saying, you know what, I'm done with her, because he was more than willing to raise that child. But then in the divorce papers, he said he would support his 2 children. He would, give half the income. That way, the upkeep of the house and everything. And, Alex would still be a stay at home, but they were getting a divorce. But then moving forward, as of last week, I said, Marcy lost her child, and, she's kind of getting close to this newborn, but wasn't able to handle the emotion. Hence why Brad took over in last week's episode when the baby was crying. It's like, well, I mean, if Marcy and Brad do end up together, I could see them adopting the child. And then you have Alex saying that she's completely done and she doesn't want this life anymore. She's leaving. So, I mean, if Brad and Marcy got together, and then I already done a video about what if Brad tried to fight for full custody and then maybe even adopt the baby, I could see that happening, and then it will be the icing on the cake if it really was his baby. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Jeremy, if the baby is his, would Brad feel bad about the divorce and all? No, I don't really think so, because at the end of the day, even if the baby is Brad's, keep in mind, Brad found out, the episode before last, about all the different people online. And when I say all, I mean the people that popped up on screen. There are a lot more, obviously. All the people Alex had been cheating on him with throughout their entire marriage. So it's one of those situations where even if the child is his, my ex-wife was irredeemably cheating on me. In her eyes, oh, I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind so long as it's only one time with the same guy. It's like, wait, what? So I think that, even if it is Brad's child, I mean, Randall will look like a dang fool. I mean, he's already done that in that meeting last. You would do this to me. So it's just one of those situations where I think that it would be a happy ending, kind of random, but yeah, I think it would be kind of happy. Imagine Brad and Marcy get together. Brad decides to adopt the baby, and then it turns out, oh, I'm actually the father. I mean, I think that'll be a pretty well-rounded story. Yeah, it would be a bit of a cop-out, but at the same time, it's just like Flash season 3. Who's in the Savitar suit? It's I am the future Flash, and then it turned out to be a future version of Barry Allen, where everybody's thinking it's Ronnie Raymond. No. It's Eddie Thawne. Oh no, it's just a random speedster. It's Henry Allen. No, it's Barry Allen. That was said in one line, and we all been guessing. Same thing with the situation with the baby daddy. It's like, who's the baby daddy? It's Brad. No, it's Randall. No, it's some random guy. It can't be Brad's. The baby's black, and then it turns out to be his. So I don't know. At the end of the day, once again, Alex's lies have caught up to her. Even if it is, I mean, I guess the bigger question is, well, Jeremy, let's say Brad didn't get the divorce papers and everything. Let's say he and Alex just kind of fought tooth and nail. Well, more so Brad, because he's mad. Or let's say Brad and Alex decided to stay together, and then through a series of unfortunate events, he finds out about all the cheating that she's done. Would they still go to divorce? I think so. Literally. Because, I mean, you saw how just Randall alone, I think Randall was really personal. Next door neighbor, that was his friend. And now it's like you're screwing every brother within like a 20-mile radius. I don't know. You know those dating sites like, hey, meet single females near you within a 20-mile radius. You know how those pop-up ads used to do. So I just feel like the divorce most likely still would have happened. But in terms of Brad being the father of the child, I think that even if he wasn't the father, he and Marcy might agree to adopt the child if he isn't the father. But then if it turns out he is, then everything kind of wrapped up pretty, neatly. But we shall see. But I mean, heck, remember in one of the best, if not the best Tyler Perry play, Madea Goes to Jail. I mean, honestly, yeah, I think that's probably my favorite Tyler Perry play. I mean, other ones that are high ranked are Why Did I Get Married, The Marriage Counselor, which I believe most of those, if not all of them, are on BET Plus. I'm not doing a shameless plug because guess what? I'm not sponsored by BET, but I do have BET Plus, and it's gotten better. But I think, what was it, in Madea Goes to Jail, Sonny and Cheryl Pepsi Riley's character, they agreed to adopt the child because Sonny and his high school, the Trent from high school that he married, he was raising that child thinking it was his, but it was really Leo, aka LeVan Davis's character. But he decided, hey, if we can't figure out the father of the child, because they don't find out to the very end who the father is, but it's like, hey, you know what, even if I don't know who the father of the child is, I want to adopt it. I think that Brad would do the same thing. So that's what I think. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What if Brad is actually the father? I mean, I feel like I've spoken my piece on it. Unless some new clues and evidence comes out in the night or a future episode, I don't think I'll revisit this again. Unless this video does a lot of views and people want me to talk about it. But I've already done my plugs towards the beginning of the video. Like I said, the PayPal Cash App photo should pop up at some point during this time of the video. Then I'll end it off with the list of patrons shouting all out. But yeah, I'm going to do a quick video here later on today about the babyface Teddy Riley rematch. That was awesome. That was great. I only listened to the first half. I think the last song I listened to was, I forgot. It was like on YouTube. Somebody had it recorded, so I'll probably finish up later today. But everybody stay safe, stay inside. You know me. At most, I'm going to take out the trash later on when the sun comes out. Check the mail later on today when the postman comes, and probably order DoorDash before Loving You Is Wrong comes on, because it's been crazy, keeping up with time, which is nearly impossible. Then I'm like, oh crap, it's almost the end of the month already. So sheesh. But yeah, again, thank you all to the essential workers. Everybody just hang tight. We'll make it through this nonsense soon enough. But speaking of nonsense, I really do hope that sooner or later we find out who the daddy of this dang baby is.